we're bringing in 4 players that matter. We're bringing in 2 backup a backup keeper and a 5th choice defender.
Forget the backups, man.
Wait,
Forget the
you're
backups.
signing 7 players.
No, we're signing 6 players. 2 backups.
We're signing 2 backups. 2 backups. Why do we need fucking backups? We're supposed to be getting over the line. The man's talking about backups. What happened to we get Champions League football and we get world-class players? Why are we not getting world-class players? Why are we getting 2 backups? Why are we getting backups, bro? We already got backups here. We got Kivio's a backup. We got Zinchenko's a backup. Jorginho's a backup. Moreno's a backup. Martinelli is a backup. Sterling is a backup. Why are we buying more backups? We got backups that are on loan. We've got Lokonga, we've got Tavares, we've got Fabi Vieira, we've got Marquinhos. Why do we need more backups? This man chatting shit, bro.
That are worth the equivalent of
15 4 first-team players. You're saying
15 and 10 million each, respectively, and then a 50 million pound winger, 80 to 100 million pounds.
We are going to win the league by buying 2 players, 2 backup players for 10 to 15 million pounds each. Oh my God, you can't make this shit up. The way we bridge the gap is buying 2 backups at 10 to 15 million pounds each. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Mystic Igal, bro. Mystic Meg. Yeah, I mean, Mystic Meg telling us in his crystal ball what we're going to do in the transfer window. Cool. Let's VAR that, bro. This guy has lost the plot, bro. He has lost the plot, bro. Go on, Quinton Miller. Continue.
The equivalent of 15
4 first-team players. You're saying
15 and 10 million. We're bringing in 4 players that matter. We're bringing in 2 a backup keeper and a 5th choice defender.
Forget the backups, man.
Wait,
Forget the
you're signing
backups.
7 players.
No, we're signing 6 players. 2 backups that are worth the equivalent of 15
4 first-team players. You're saying
15 and 10 million each, respectively, and then a 50 million pound winger, an 80 to 100 million pound striker, a 50 million pound midfielder, and another 20 to 50 million pound midfielder.
Okay, so just wait. Do you know why I'm confused? Yeah, you know why I'm confused.
Yeah, later, cuz.
No, I'm here. I just decided I'll go pray.
You need 4 first-team players.
Nico Williams, 50 million. Okay. Zubamendi, 50 million. That's 100 million. Forget about that, right? Right away. Next, I'm talking another 80 to 100 million for a striker.
Oh, wait, I thought you needed 150 for Isak.
Yeah, I thought you needed 150.
Yeah.
What if you couldn't?
Striker.
Oh, wait, I thought you needed 150 for Isak.
Yeah, I thought you needed 150.
Yeah.
You guys told me Isak's not realistic.
This is your scenario.
Okay. Well, if we're getting Isak, forget about Nico Williams then. Isak.
Well, you can't just ditch Nico Williams, right? I mean, how's he gonna feel, bro?
Listen to what I'm saying, though. If we're gonna get Isak if we're getting Isak for 150, we're gonna go get Leroy Sané on a free.
For real, Miser.
Right. So Isak, Leroy Sané, or Sesko, Nico Williams. That's our those are the 2 roads we're looking at.
Those are the 2 roads we're looking at. Sesko and Nico Williams, or Isak and Sane. But you just told me that you wouldn't be happy with Sesko. So why are we looking at Sesko? This guy's talking rubbish, but we're going to fix the bench by getting 2 rotation players at 10 to 15 million pounds. Please enlighten me what players are going to be. Please enlighten me. Please enlighten me what Sesko's going to do in this league and what's impressed you by Sesko when he's been playing for RB Leipzig. This is ridiculous, bro. And if Sane's going on a free and he's such a great player, why is he going to pick Arsenal? What bidding wars did we win? We won what? Declan Rice? Because City deemed it that we was overpaying for Declan Rice. They said, we're not going to overpay. The same way that Man City dropped out of the Alexis Sanchez deal, saying, Man United want to overpay for Sanchez. We don't want to pay that. We don't want to pay that. But every single time we go in a transfer bidding war, we lost the Mudryk bidding war. We lost the Rafinha. We lost the Buendia. We lost Isak. When's the last time that we won this? Like, what is this guy waffling about, bruv?
Depending on which one we can actually get realistically. The midfield, though, stays the same regardless. Midfield, we're going to invest at least another 100 to 80 million on the midfield. That's what I think.
I'm not going to lie. Whoever said, I think Wolfie, I heard you say it before, I went off quickly, yeah? 130.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy for Miguel. Absolutely crazy. But the delusion continues. The delusion continues. Look at this. Look at this.
To an Opta predictor, Liverpool have a 0.74% probability of still not winning the Premier League. This is practically a 100% chance guarantee of Liverpool winning the Premier League. Can they still physically bottle it? So here is the table currently, and it looks really good for Liverpool. 12 points clear of Arsenal. The only way they bottle it is they've still got to play Arsenal, so losing to them at home would make the gap 9 points. Liverpool have also still got to play Chelsea, which could be a losing game, and Tottenham. Yes, Tottenham aren't in this picture right now, but they're always a difficult game when they're on it. So that could be another 2 losses. That could bring the gap down to 3 points. And then a couple one-off days for Liverpool's. A draw and a loss would see Arsenal win the league. This sounds very unlikely of happening. It sounds like Liverpool have just got the Premier League wrapped up. However, you still stay nervous until it's mathematically impossible for Arsenal to catch Liverpool. And Liverpool have bottled it previously. They bottled it last season. No one cannot admit that. They were the favourites to win the Premier League and they came 3rd. They bottled it in 2014. Gerrard slipped, whatever. They bottled it way before that. Istanbul as well. Man City were the better team that season, but Liverpool did bottle it. They were in prime position to win the league. I don't think they'll bottle it this season, considering the 0.74 chance of not winning the Premier League. However, it is still a tiny bit possible. According to an Opta prediction.
There you go. More waffling. More waffling. I don't even know if he's an Arsenal fan or not, but a load of waffling. So we need to win 6 games straight, 7 games straight to pip Liverpool. We need them to lose 6 or 7 games in a row for us to outdo Liverpool. Bro, it's not happening. We've got Fulham. We couldn't beat them. We've got Everton up next as well. These are our next 2 fixtures. We couldn't beat them already this season. We already dropped points to Fulham and Everton. They're our next 2 games. Yeah.
That you think your board is going to splash 150 mil on Isak.
You know where we are? We are at the finish line where we need that final piece to get over the line.
We are at the finish line, guys. We are at the finish line. Finish line for what? Finish line for what? We are at the final line. We just need the final piece. What final piece? What final piece? We've got no left winger that holds down that position. Trossard and Martinelli are both dead. We don't have a proper striker. Yeah, we don't have a proper killer. We have no rotation for Saka. We don't have a number 10 that this manager trusts to compete with Odegaard week in, week out. Ethan's still learning his trade. We're going to get rid of our best and most consistent midfielder in Thomas Partey, and we've got Rice and Moreno as backup to that position, which both of them are downgrade to what Thomas Partey offers in terms of his vision, the way he sets up counter attacks, his passing range. Neither Rice or Moreno can do that. We don't have any solid rotation for the left wing, for the left back position. We've got Skelly. You've got Ben White that plays right back. You're probably going to rotate. The manager's probably going to rotate Timber there. So you've got 2 right backs and only 1 left back that's learning his trade in Skelly. We have no centre backs, that can actually fill in if we get a centre back injured. If Saliba and Gabriel get injured, we've got Kivior to cover. We've seen Timber's not good enough to play centre back, and Ben White's not good enough to play centre back. Calafiori, the guy can't even defend. So what are you talking about final pieces? We are so far away from doing anything. We've got a bench of defensive players. The only player coming off the bench when everyone's fit that affects the game is Ethan. And he's a kid that's learning his trade, just turned 18. And you're telling me that we just need the final piece. Final piece to what? Final piece to what? We've got no backup goalkeeper of any note. Neto is that guy is he's horrendous. And you're talking about final piece. We are about 6 to 7 players. We're about 7 players minimum away from being seriously getting over the line to win a major honor. What are you talking about final piece? Final piece, Milko. What are you talking about final piece? The delusion, bro. The absolute delusion.
You think your board is going to splash 150 mil on Isak.
You know where we are? We are at the finish line where we need that final piece to get over the line.
You needed that last summer. You know that, Agal.
And now that we have more squad depth, we are capable to go splash the cash where we need to.
You do not have squad depth.
Yes,
you do not have Saka got injured and Havertz is injured, and suddenly your whole season's fallen apart. Where's the squad depth?
The squad depth is considering when you look at the team from fit, when they're fully fit, and you add in a striker and you add in a left winger, and
squad depth is when you have everyone fit. What kind of stupid porcaria am I listening to right now? We have squad depth when everyone's fit. Then you don't have fucking squad depth. You don't have squad depth. Squad depth is when you have an injury, you have a player out of form or injured, yeah, or suspended. Is good enough to fill in, regardless of those three situations, good enough to fill in and do just as good or near abouts as good of a performance as the player that he was competing with for that position. We don't have that. We don't have that. Man's talking about, when we've got Saka fit, yeah, we've got squad depth because we can take off Saka in the 80th minute and let Sterling have 10 minutes. That's not squad depth. Squad depth, he thinks, is when Havertz is playing for 70 minutes and let's say we're winning the game 4-0 or whatever the case may be, we're comfortable. We whack on Jesus because the game's already won. How's that squad depth? We have no squad depth to change a game. We have no squad depth for creativity. We have no squad depth for the centre backs. We have no squad depth on the wings. We have no squad depth in terms of putting the ball in the back of the net in a consistent basis. Don't come to me about Pucari, about Moreno. What squad depth? I told you, these men only back this bench, yeah, when the starting 11 is available. Because the starting 11 do the job, and then they don't have to rely on this bench. Every single time we have to rely on this bench, they come up with the same Pucari about we don't have, we got squad depth when the players are available. So that just proves the point that I'm saying. You don't believe on that bench. When you have to rely on that bench, when you have to rely on Jorginho, week in, week out, when you have to rely on Zinchenko, when you have to rely on Jesus, week in, week out, for a quarter of the season, half of the season, week in, week out, all competition, you've got to rely on them. You, man, don't rate them. But when the starting 11 is around, we've got versatility. No, we only got versatility when the starting 11 is available. You, man, don't believe in this team. If you believed in the players, you'll be like, yo, no worries. No worries, you got my man. Do you know what I'm saying? What's this guy chatting about, bro? What's this? The waffle is incredible. Let's VAR that bit. Let's VAR that.
Squad depth is considering when you look at the team from fit, when they're fully fit, and you add in a striker, and you add in a left winger, and you
squad depth is when you pick up an injury and you can replace it. Maybe not to that level, but you have replacements.
If Isak is brought in, the backup is now Havertz. If Nico Williams is brought in, the backup is now Martinelli.
Which proves the point. We currently don't have any rotation. We don't have a quality. We don't have a bench. That is the point. You're saying about players that we will buy, possibly can buy in the summer. So that means when at the start of the season, when you told us we've got versatility, we've got a bench, you don't believe we've got a bench. Because every player you're talking about now is players that we could potentially get in the summer. You're speaking about Isak. You're speaking about Nico Williams. Those are not players that are currently with the squad. We have not signed these players. So that just proves the point. We don't have rotation. We don't have a bench. Why are you talking about players that we can get in the summer? I thought the bench was fixed this summer. I thought the summer just gone, the bench was fixed, according to you lot. 10 out of 10 window, according to you lot. Okay then, you're just proving his point.